Hi guys, and welcome back to Coil Life. Today we're going to be having a look at this RTA here. This is the Solomon 2 from KAEES. Now it's a single coil RTA. Top airflow, they claim it's a leak-proof tank, but we all know nothing is absolutely leak-proof. But anyway, before I go into any more details about this, let's drop down and have an up-close and personal tour around the Solomon 2. Okay guys, so here we are with the box for the Solomon 2 leak-proof RTA from KAEES or KAEES, however you want to call it. This little sticker here tells you the colour, and just around the box you've got a scratch and check authenticity there. It's on Facebook and Instagram. Website, vaping keys for you. In the box then you've got your RTA, an 810 drip tip, screwdriver, spare glass, 510 drip tip, and user manual, etc., Clapton coil, some spare parts, etc. So let's crack this open. Inside we do get the tank itself, we get our spare glass, then we get our 810 drip tip, and then we also get a 510 drip tip. Accessories in the box, you get a little card, the leak-proof RTA. Underneath that then we get our little bag of spares. So there is our screwdriver, our Clapton coil, your 510 drip tip adapter, and some spare seals. So having a look around the tank itself, on the top you've got your 810 drip tip. This one has a little bit of a lip so it covers over that, so when you put this one on instead you will still have that silver band going around the top. So when you pop this one on, that silver band gets covered over by the drip tip. This gold band, now I have to say personally I don't like this, I think it's ugly looking, but that is your AFC ring, so you can just turn that like that. It does stop fully closed and fully open. It's not, the tolerances on this is not the strongest, but whatever. So if we unscrew the top cap, you've got these kind of knurl bits going on around there that you can get a grip of, which is nice. There's your filling ports, 2 kidney shaped holes. Your AFC ring then will pop off just like so, just for ease of cleaning. And then on the bottom you've got your gold plated 510 pin, Solomon 2 KAEES, and then if we unscrew the deck you can see it is a single coil affair. It's a little bit of a sort of a raised, almost GTA style floating deck, so your airflow is going to come down this channel here and hit your coil. Your coil is going to sit across here, and you've got your 2 wicking slots either side, and so your coil, your posts rather, are staggered, so your coil is going to sit in one leg high, one leg low, nice and easy to build on. And on the inside then you can see how that airflow works. So you've got this little channel here, that's where your airflow is going to come down, and it's come down the back of here, and it's going to come through and hit your coils and come up. So that's why they say it's leak proof, because obviously your liquid is not going to leak out the bottom. So when you're screwing this on though, this is the curious bit. So when you screw this in, you don't have to line that up, that will just find its way into that hole and slot in. And then you've got this little piece in here that will turn. So it does have some sort of an O-ring there because the tolerance is quite tight, so but that will turn around just like that as you're screwing the base in. So what we'll do is we'll pop a coil in here. I'll show you how easy it is to pop your coil in there, get it wicked up, and we'll have a little vape on it. Okay, so here is the coil that we're going to be putting in the Solomon 2. So it is very easy. You see you've got one high and one low, and we've got one high and one low leg. So all we do is grab our coil, pop that through, just get it seated just like that. Just grab a coiling rod, screwdriver, whatever you want to use, just pop that in there just to hold that in place. Just around there is just fine. Grab our little Allen key screwdriver that you get in the box and just tighten them down. So there we have our coil all positioned where I want to have it. So that's where the airflow is going to come in, hit that side of the coil there. We just need to snip off the legs, nice and flush to the post. And that's it. Okay, so we just need to dry burn our coil, just make sure it's glowing nice and evenly. Just get rid of those hot spots. That's it, perfect. Okay, so I've put the cotton in, and as you can see there, I've more or less combed out the cotton, trimmed it off almost just flush with the deck, the outside of the deck of the tank itself. Just need to tuck that down into our little juice channel there. Just make sure that it goes down easy enough as to not restrict the juice traveling up. I like to make sure that I can get that tweezers down in there without any restriction at all. That way it wicks better, more efficiently, no dry hits. And that's it, it's ready to juice up. Okay, so the juice I'm going to be putting in this is some Misfits Strawberry and Watermelon, one of my favourite juices. I've been vaping this for many years. Just get that started. So that coil has come out to 0.23. I'll just lower down the wattage a little bit. I'm at 39 watts. That should be just perfect. Get our top cap, pop it on. You don't need to worry about it lining up with that hole, it'll find its way in there itself. Screw that down. Make make sure it's all nice and tight. Get our juice and just fill her up. There we go, that should do. Grab our top cap, screw that on, and that's our Solomon 2. Okay guys, so that was the quick up close and personal tour around the Solomon 2 from KAEES. Now I never had the Solomon 1, so I can't really compare it to that, so we're going to compare this as a standalone tank. Top adjustable airflow. So let's start with the airflow. This airflow ring here is really loose. I mean, when it came out of the box it was pretty loose anyway, but after being used for a little bit and getting juice on those O-rings, it's seriously loose. The airflow itself, although top down, they say it's innovative. There has been a few other tanks with the top down airflow, some that I never really got on with. The Wotofo support tank with the top airflow on it, I hated that thing. It used to spit juice at me like you wouldn't believe. This one, the airflow, it is smooth. It does vape very nice. The flavour is not bad at all. You've got two different glasses in the box, so you've got a 3.5mm with the straight glass, and with the bubble glass it is a 5mm capacity. The deck itself is a 24 karat gold plated deck for your super conductivity, as they say. Just the same as this airflow ring is 24 karat gold plated. I don't know why, I just think that looks off for me. I really wish they had just made it all stainless, but that's just my opinion. The top filling port, the threads on it, they're nice and smooth. The machining of the tank itself is good. The fact that you get an 810 drip tip and a 510 drip tip adapter and a 510 drip tip is really good. These things, they are cheap. They're coming in for less than 30 quid in the UK, probably about $35–40 in the US, depending on where you shop, of course. The build deck itself, as long as you get the wrapping of your coil right, having one post higher than the other is easy. It's almost like one half of a velocity deck sort of thing, so it's nice and easy to slot your coils in there, snip off your leads. Wicking though, you've got to wick this right. I have to say, when I first got it, I didn't put enough cotton in and I had it leaking. The leak proof tank, nothing is leak proof, as I said before. If you don't get your wicking right, it will either leak like hell or you're just gonna burn your throat off with a dry hit. So that is something to consider. Other than that, there's not really much more to say. It's not a bad tank for a single coil. I mean, I've got that there at 41 watts. You don't need any more than that. I am a big fan of single coils. That's a 0.23 ohm build, 41 watts, as you saw there. It vapes great. The flavour is pretty good at that wattage too. You can bump it up if you wanted to, but I don't see the need. I mean, you can save on your batteries, vape all day at 41 watts. I will, as always, pop some links in the description below as to where you can get your hands on one of these. But from me, that's all I've got time for. Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching, and we'll catch you again soon.